Welcome back, Colors, to the last part of our six-part series for Episode 5, talking about different color schemes, or techniques, I should say. We had the other five. We did a texture brush for the Punk Rock Jesus head up here. We did a flat style, which is the Nova head right here. Did a lasso airbrush style right here with the Hulk. This one here was a marker style, and we did a painted style. So now our final one is we're going to do cell shading. It's a pretty popular style. A lot of anime or manga artists out there always want to do it, and I get asked quite a bit how I pick my colors and everything, and how it all comes together. Never really did too much with the cell shading until I went to work at Antarctic Press. They're known for doing a lot of American-style manga comics. Ben Dunn was I think one of the first really big American artists to that was his whole style was just doing that. So yeah, it really forced me to watch a lot of anime and look at different manga and stuff like that, and really nail down the techniques and the looking at a lot of other people's works and stuff like that for the colors. Over the years, kind of streamlined it a bit, and what I'm going to show you today is I feel one of the easiest ways to do it. I think one of the tough parts is getting the colors right and the values going from one color to the next, making that look nice and consistent. So I have my flats here. I'm going to start up a new layer on top of that. We're going to use the previous layer to clip to create a clipping mask again, and I love that that feature. We're going to set it down to multiply, and what we're going to do, I have a color here that I like a lot. Let's see. It's got a purplish color. And I'll just have like my basic flats. Everything is just going to be its true color. When I first start off, we can adjust it later. Let's see here. So I guess I'll start with the shadow. And then that purple color, it's going to be my shadow colors. Let's do the drop shadow from the hair first. Now my flats, I can do that. Now I'll fill that. Oops, wrong layer. There we go. Oops. We're going to put all this here in shadow as well. The thing I really like about doing it this way is I could always go in and adjust everything since it's on separate layers. Let me see, we'll delete that bit so his eyes are still out. And I'm just making a selection with the lasso tool and filling it. Let's see, we'll do a drop shadow from his bandana. Delete the red. There we go. We'll have, let's see, this part of his face in shadow as well. Down here. Just keep in mind where the bone structure is. It's going to be his cheekbone going across here, going to his jaw. Emphasize that side a little bit more. Maybe I'll tone this side down. I think just delete. and clear that. And drop shadow from the nose. So I think I'll bring this down a little bit more. We do shadow here from the top lip, even though it's not indicated by the penciler. We'll add that in. It's going to make this bottom lip pop out a bit more. Same thing with the shadow underneath the bottom lip. That's looking pretty good so far. Let's see for the ears. Since we have that side, we'll just go ahead and do the whole ear in shadow. And we'll touch it up a little bit. Bandana here. Again, this isn't the cleanest line art. So of course you're doing it as a pinup or something like that. You want to find something a little bit more high res than what I'm using. There's a head that I cut off and then enlarged a bit, so it doesn't look as pretty. I'll add a wrinkle on that one. Maybe bring this over. All right. Now I think a part a lot of people have problems with is the hair, and it doesn't have to be as difficult. Let me do a new layer, and if just to show you, if you look at your hair, it's like in a mirror with a light source on top. So it's going to have kind of like a halo effect where the light hits it, and you'll always have where. Let me see if I could explain it. Your hair curves with the surface of your head, and it'll come back down like that. So usually this part here will be darker, and then we have like I was saying, this halo effect right here, and then this part down here will be more in shadow as well. So yeah, let's go back to our layer. Oops. Grab my color again. Lost it there. There you go. So keeping that in mind, let's see, I'll select the hair. And this time I'm just kind of do it a little bit differently. I'm going to let me see if I'm doing this right. You know, it'd probably be easier the other way. Never mind. Sometimes making the selections is going to subtract all the other parts, but I think that's just going to add more work for us. Again, you just kind of want to go around the head, indicating like there's messed that one up. Indicating where the shadows are going to be. Kind of where we're just drawing it out right there. Alright, so let's see. That's our shadows for that part. I'll fix that in a second. That looks ugly. Alright, so that's going to be the shadows in the middle part there. Let's adjust some of these a little bit more. Let's see how that looks. We'll deselect the red and the line art. Yeah, so that's going to be where we're going to fill. It's looking alright. I can go in, can adjust a little bit of this. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Next, we'll do another layer on top. Again, using the previous layer to create clipping mask. Set this to overlay. Usually what I'll do, test it out, we'll do it with a, fill it with, oops, sorry, was that maybe it's color dodge. That's still too much. Oh. I think screen will work fine. Let me see, try some of these other options. Try to find a color that works on each of these. Looks good on the skin tone. Maybe we'll do a little bit brighter on that. Looks good on the hair. I'll pick that color and we'll start. Usually I don't do a whole lot on the highlights. What we can do here, the nose, the very tip of the top of the lip here. We'll do a little bit of something here to show the emphasis on the cheekbones. Something like that. And then for here, let's go in and make another selection. Let's see how that looks. Fix this. Oops. Let's see how this looks without this middle part. Oh. There, it looks alright without it. So, yeah. Gives me a little bit more room to do the highlight here. Fill that. Oops. And then I think for highlight on the bandana, I think we go with a different color. So lock that, get that red in there, lighten it up. That warm color going, really good. I'll just do final touch-ups here. You get a little bit of light on his ear, maybe on his earlobe. Now, ways, let me see. I like to finish it up. For cell shading stuff, I'll take the line art layer, let's fill it with a brownish color, like that. A little bit darker. Turn off all my other layers, including the background layers, so we just have what we're working on. If you hold down your Alt or Option key and click on the triangle drop down here in the upper top, hit Merge Visible. That'll duplicate all your layers and put them onto one layer on top of everything else. And go over to your filters. Under Blur, Gaussian Blur. Usually do it about 7 pixel blur on that. If we go to Overlay, gives us a nice glow on it. It makes it look really like it's from a cartoon or what have you. So let's go ahead and put that back on. Let's check our values. Turn on our hue saturation adjustment layer. You can see it's popping pretty nicely here. Maybe on the skin tones we can go a little bit lighter on that. So let's try that out. Go back to our overlay adjustment layer that we had. Let's see what happens if we go a little bit. Like that. Yeah, I think that's looking really nice right there. So just a couple easy steps, really easy process. So yeah, we could clean this up a little bit more. So it's just a really quick and easy way to do some cell shading and get your colors matched up evenly using the multiplied adjustment layer and an overlay adjustment layer. The artwork, by the way, for this head was done by Eddie Nunez, and as usual, I'll put a link to his DeviantArt account in the description. And yeah, so there we have it. If you have any questions or comments, as always, message me either here on YouTube or on my DeviantArt page, lemage.deviantart.com. That concludes our episode 5 tips and tricks, with focusing on all the different color styles. If you have an idea for a color style you might want to see in the future, or if you see something you like, maybe I could help you guys break it down on how it's done. Yeah, again, just send me a message, let me know. I'd like to say thanks to all the new subscribers, and also everybody that's been subscribed for a little bit here. And yeah, thanks a lot. Couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.